hear that? That silence. That empty, suffocating void. It's not peace. It's the sound of time slipping through your fingers. The sound of your life being wasted while you sit there, waiting, hesitating, making excuses. Wake up. Nobody's coming to save you, no hero, no miracle. Just you and the weight of every damn decision you've ever made. Shadows stretch long in this godforsaken alley, cold, indifferent, the only witnesses to my existence. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Another broken soul, another sad story. But let me stop you right there. This ain't a pity party. This is my war zone. I've been crushed, betrayed, left in the dirt like roadkill while the world kept moving. Hell, it felt like life put me under its boot and pressed down hard just to hear me crack. But guess what? I'm still breathing. And as long as I'm breathing, this fight isn't over. I remember having dreams, big ones. I wanted more than just being another nameless ghost drifting through this world. But life doesn't care about what you want. 1 second, you're on top. The next, you're eating pavement, choking on regret, wondering where it all went to hell. Look at me now. Scarred, bruised, barely holding it together, but still standing. I've made mistakes, ones that haunt me, chase me down in the dead of night, whisper my failures in my ear. I see the faces of the ones I let down, the ones I hurt, the ones who believed in me before I shattered their trust. I was supposed to be their rock, their protector. Instead, I was the wrecking ball that brought everything crashing down. And that guilt? It's a chain wrapped tight around my throat, dragging me under. So why keep going? Why not just call it quits, let the darkness win? Because easy isn't in my damn vocabulary. I've got fire inside me, burning, searing, refusing to die out. When you've been at rock bottom, there's only one direction left. Up. Every scar, a badge of survival. Every bruise, proof I took the hit and lived. I've been through hell, and I came back swinging. I think about the people who crossed my path, the ones who tried to break me, the ones who tried to save me. They all left their mark. Some carved their lessons into my bones the hard way. Others left behind a flicker of hope, a whisper of redemption. But at the end of the day, it's on me. Do I let the weight of it all bury me, or do I use it as fuel and burn brighter? I've lost count of how many times I've been knocked down. Each time, it felt like the final round, like I had nothing left to give. But I got up. Not because I'm some kind of hero, not because I'm fearless, but because I'm too damn stubborn to stay down. Life is a brutal fight, a street brawl with no referee, no mercy. And I'm in the ring, throwing everything I've got. I look in the mirror and barely recognize the face staring back. But deep beneath the wreckage, there's still a flicker of the person I used to be, the person I could be again. This isn't about winning. This is about refusing to lose. It's about standing tall when everything is trying to break you. So yeah, I've been beaten, I've been kicked, stomped on, left for dead, but I dare this world to try again. Because I ain't done yet. I'm not lost, not yet. I can feel the darkness creeping in, slithering through my veins, tightening around my chest like a vice. It wants me to crumble. It wants me to break. But I won't. I can't, because as long as there's even a flicker of fire left inside me, I owe it to myself to keep pushing. For every wrong move, for every soul I let down, for every time I looked in the mirror and saw nothing but failure staring back at me, I have to keep fighting. Maybe I'll never be the hero. Maybe I'll always be the villain in someone else's story. So what? That doesn't mean my story is over. As long as my lungs keep dragging in air, as long as my heart keeps beating in my chest, I have a shot. A shot to take all this pain, all this regret, and turn it into something unbreakable. To anyone out there drowning, gasping, barely holding on, listen to me. Don't you dare quit now. Don't you dare let this world decide your worth. It's easy to stay down. It's easy to let the weight crush you, to sink into the shadows, to tell yourself you're not strong enough. But there's power in getting back up. There's strength in standing tall when everything in you is screaming to collapse. I think about the future, if there's even one left for someone like me. Every breath feels like a war. Every step feels like I'm dragging chains through the mud. But maybe, just maybe, there's a way to turn this suffering into something that matters? The odds? They've never been in my favor. But what do I have to lose? I've already lost everything that ever mattered. Now it's about clawing my way back. Inch by inch, fight by fight, step by step. Sometimes I look up at the stars, wondering if they see me. This wreckage of a man fighting like hell to put himself back together. Maybe they're laughing, maybe they don't care. But I care. I care enough to keep going, to keep swinging, to prove to myself that I am more than my scars. Every mark on my body, a war story, a lesson burned into my soul. And those lessons, they didn't destroy me, they forged me. This is who I am now. A relentless, unbreakable force. A man who refuses to kneel. So here's to the struggle, to the fight, to the battle scars that tell a story of survival. But let's get one thing straight. Surviving is not enough. You can't just exist. You can't just get by. You can't just breathe. You have to rise. Because life isn't waiting for you. Nobody's going to hand you a second chance. Nobody's going to pick you up off the ground. This is on you. So get up, clench your fists, grit your teeth, look your demons in the eye and dare them to try again. Because you're not done yet. Scarred, bruised, beaten, but never broken. So bring it on, whatever comes next, whatever storm is waiting, I'm ready. And if you're still standing, so are you. Now prove it. You think you're alone in this fight? You're not. There's a brotherhood in suffering, a silent bond forged in pain. We're all clawing our way through this battlefield, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Yeah, life's a ruthless, unforgiving beast. It doesn't care about your dreams, your plans, or how hard you've tried. It will knock you down, drag you through the dirt, and dare you to stay there. But you don't let it win. You grit your teeth and push back. You don't let this world turn you into something you're not, no matter how much it tries to steal from you. Your hope, your dignity, your will. You hold on to what makes you you, the things that matter, the things that remind you why you fight, no matter how small they seem. And don't you dare tell me you don't have that fire inside you. I see it, even if you don't. It's the same fire that's gotten you this far. The same fire that kept you moving when everything in you was screaming to stop. That fire, you feed it, you stoke it, you let it rage. Because as long as that fire burns, as long as there's still a flicker of defiance left in you, you've got a chance. And sometimes that's all you need. You stronger than you think, stronger than you know. Life can break you, strip you down to nothing, but there's one thing it can't take: your fight. That's yours. It's the weapon that will carry you through the darkest nights and the heaviest storms. So get up, shake off the dust, grit your teeth, and fight. Because as long as your lungs still pull air, as long as your heart is still pounding in your chest, you are not done. You still have a chance to turn this story around. And that alone is worth holding on to. I had a friend once. 2 straight. 1. I had a friend once. 1 vomit and lager. Tough. Fight. Burn. Greed. He would die. And I'd be fighting time. I told him what I'm telling you now. He was stronger than he thought. That the fire inside him was still there. But he didn't believe it. He let go. And I watched him slip away. It broke me, but it also taught me something. Giving up is easy. It's the path of least resistance. But it is not the path of a warrior. A warrior's path is brutal. It's ugly. It will test you, push you past your limits, and burn everything weak inside you to ash. But it's also the only path that leads to something greater. Redemption, purpose, power. So when the weight of the world feels unbearable, when your bones ache and your mind screams for you to quit, don't. Remember this. You are not alone. You are stronger than this pain. And most of all, giving up is not an option. Not for you. Not for a warrior. This story of yours, it's still being written. And yeah, it's got its dark chapters. But guess what? The ending is still in your hands. Listen up, kid. Life isn't just a series of punches to the gut. Yeah, it's brutal. Yeah, it'll push you to the edge and make you question everything. But it also holds moments of triumph, of fire, of breaking through the darkness when everything seemed lost. And those moments, they're worth the fight. They're worth the pain, worth the struggle, worth every scar you've earned along the way. Because those moments are what make life worth living. So don't you dare let the darkness win. Don't let this world grind you down and turn you into a shell of who you're meant to be. Not when you've got this much fight left in you. You think you're out of strength? Bullshit. There's still fire in you. There's still something burning inside, screaming at you to stand up one more time. As long as you've got that, as long as you're willing to push forward, you've got a shot. A shot to rewrite your story. A shot to turn this mess into something that matters. And tomorrow, when you wake up and that same weight is pressing down on your chest, when the day looks just as bleak as the last, remember this. You have a choice. You can lie down and let the world trample over you. Let it bury you, smother you, turn you into just another forgotten name. Or you can stand up and fight back. And I don't mean throwing fists or drowning yourself in anger. I mean real defiance. The kind that takes guts. The kind that refuses to break. The kind that says, I am still here. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a battle won. Every act of kindness, even when your heart feels hollow, is a victory. Every single moment you refuse to quit builds something unshakable. And that foundation, no storm can wash it away. So believe in something bigger than the pain, bigger than the struggle. Maybe it's a dream you buried long ago. Maybe it's a promise you made to yourself. Maybe it's just the sheer, stubborn will to prove this damn world wrong. Whatever it is, grab onto it, claw at it. Let it fuel you. Because as long as you're still breathing, as long as there's still a heartbeat in your chest, your story isn't over. And no amount of darkness, no amount of pain, no cruel twist of fate can ever take that away from you. It's okay to feel broken. It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to scream into the void and wonder if anyone's listening. But it is not okay to give up. It is not okay to let this world win. Because you're a warrior. And warriors, they don't quit. They fight. They endure. They break through. They rise. So stand the hell up, dust yourself off, and keep fighting. Because you're not alone. We're all in this together, each fighting our own battles. And together, we are stronger. Together, we can tear through the darkness. So don't give up. Not today. Not ever. Because you're a warrior. And warriors never quit.